Hi, I'm Jodie Ounsley and today I'm rewatching my Remarkables film. My deafness has made me stronger. It's like my superpower. It gives me a drive. Now I've represented GB, I'm still thinking, right, how can I get better? Not just as an athlete, but as a person as well. And it's just that constant wanting to be better. I look so different.
She was one of the youngest to be implanted at 14 months old.
My switch on moment.
Her little eyes widened and she did like a little nod like this. And it was the most amazing, emotional moment. And that was the very first time she heard sound.
I mean, like watching my parents on here, it just reminds me how amazing they are. Like, they're a typical Yorkshire family, so driven, so loving, and they do nothing but back me and support me. It's just crazy to see what impact they have on me now, but when I was a little girl going through getting my cochlear implant and stuff, it makes me quite emotional, like watching it, because, yeah, they do mean so much to me.
So we drove down to Sandal Rugby Club and she was absolutely gripped with fear and anxiety. She wouldn't get out of the car.
She says, Dad, I can't do this. And he said, you can do this, Jodie. You just got to just go do your first training session. He says, you'll be great, see how it goes.
It's crazy to think that if I didn't get out of the car, how different my life would have been. And we even say that, me and my family, like, credit to my dad for giving me a bit of a nudge that I needed, because otherwise I just would have said, can we go home and just forget about it. So it's mental. I feel so passionate about it, and I think me being a young girl wishing I had that person just to look up to, like a deaf role model, and then now I've got the opportunity to do that, it literally makes me so happy, and that's all I want to do. I just want to, maybe inspire that one person, then literally my job's done. The funny thing is, even filming this Remarkables video, when I was doing that session with the kids, I was so nervous. And I'm talking about confidence and nerves, but I was absolutely terrified. I think getting into rugby helped me build my confidence, but I still doubt myself a lot, but being in that environment around your teammates, it just really helped me grow as a person. And even coming out of rugby, it's helped me continue to push myself, even when I'm nervous and doubt myself, to sort of keep pushing out my comfort zone. And it's still an ongoing journey. I'm still not, I might look confident, but I'm still very like a shy person at heart. So it's just an ongoing thing, really. When I went into the Sevens programme, it's quite funny because at the beginning it was almost an elephant in the room, and everyone knew that I was a deaf person coming into the programme, but people were almost afraid to ask me about it, and we actually did like little presentations on ourselves just to bond with the team. So I sort of brought my deafness up in that and just explained a little bit about my journey, and from there it was like a flick of a switch. Everyone was asking me questions and really came on board on wanting how they could support me as a deaf person. I think people are just scared to ask. Like, it's like this stigma around the word disability, and you can't ask that because it's offensive or whatnot, but then it's just starting a conversation. Like, there's nothing, I have absolutely no problem if you just ask me a question, because in my head I'm thinking, oh, you're curious and you want to learn more about it. So obviously, as I've started to open up to people and having them conversations, it's made me more confident, and it's also made other people more aware and confident as well. Whereas when you both don't talk or ask questions, it's this awkward stigma. So I think that's the best way to do, just be open about it. I mean, I've been so surprised by HSBC, and like the guys, like even the CEO has 2 kids with disabilities, and he's so aware of that, and he's wanting to, help other people through the sort of the bank and the business, and I think that's amazing. And just having those honest conversations and making other people aware, and it generally feels like I'm being heard, and other people with other disabilities can just speak about the struggles and different disabilities, and they're wanting to learn as much as possible. So I think that's so refreshing to see that, and I'm hoping other, brands and companies can do the same. So I think for me it's always
wanting to get better, not just as an athlete but as a person as well. So how can I help someone here? What can I do here? And it's just that constant wanting to be better.
That's crazy. I think a big key moment for when I started like embracing my deafness was when I went into the England setup, and it was that moment of doing the presentation to my teammates. All before up that, I would have never had the confidence to speak to people or even think about embracing it. I would have tried to hide it, to be honest. So since then, that kind of started my journey of pushing myself a little bit more, speaking to people, raising that awareness and throwing myself into the deep end in so many different avenues. And even now, like, that's just become sort of my identity of just trying new things, even if it scares me. And I've never regretted doing that once. Every time I've done something like that, I've been so grateful that I've done it, and it's led on to different things. So it's just nice to sort of look back on that. It's crazy that it's a completely different time and different dreams, but at the same time nothing's changed. I'm still the same person, I still have the same beliefs, but it's just a different direction really. So obviously when I was playing rugby, that's when I started to become more in the public eye, and with my passion of wanting to go into schools and start that journey and push myself to do those things, it's only since after rugby now and the things I do and the job I do now, it's really put me on a different platform, on a bigger scale, and really pushed why I love doing it in the first place and wanting to be a good person and inspire the next generation of, you know, and just being comfortable in their own skin and embracing their disabilities. And I take so much pride in that, and going into schools and seeing kids now, you know, even having multicoloured hearing aids and cochlear implants, and even now I've got confidence to, you know, decorate mine here and there with different colours. I think that's so cool and makes me realise that it is so important to try and be a good role model these days so kids can see that.